Happy Friday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley, and what an active week in weather it has been. And we're almost through it, but of course, right now is when we're seeing the biggest and largest, most concerning impacts of the flooding here, not just locally in the tri-state, but across the Ohio Valley. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, this is what we're seeing, stretching all the way from Washington, D.C. to Oklahoma City is the rain that we have been tracking for today, later on today, and into tomorrow as well. So here locally, we are seeing the leading edge of showers in the tri-state area. That'll, of course, affect mostly northern Kentucky, as it has behaved over the last few days. Those down in Carroll County, at last check, near 4.5, maybe closer to 5 inches of rain down that direction. And while we are tracking the main concern being the flooding in and of itself, we're also a non-zero chance there for some severe weather. It'll pop up here in just a second, but those out in Decatur, Ripley counties under a slight risk for severe weather. I'm seeing this mainly geared towards the overnight hours for things like gusty winds, maybe some hail, and tornadoes possible as well. It's not anything to compare to the threat that we had for parts of that area a couple of nights ago. In fact, the bullseye is several states away. It's a non-zero chance, but I want to be transparent in that Friday is less concerning than Saturday. Saturday, it just looks more concerning because there's a little bit more heat there, but all modes of severe weather possible. What I mean by that, gusty winds, hail, tornadoes, kind of what I said before, but instead of just a sliver of the tri-state being under a slight risk, it's most of the tri-state. It includes the Cincinnati metro area. Here's what we're seeing for excessive rainfall. Now, Saturday is the biggest impact day that we're seeing from the flooding itself because we have had rain Wednesday, yesterday, today, and we'll have the heavy rain again tomorrow. So, of course, heavy rain means increased risk of flooding, and if you get a lot of it at once, and especially over already saturated grounds, yeah, flash flooding becomes an increasing concern. So tomorrow, it's mainly about the flooding, at least the widespread concern of flooding, but also about the severe threat as well with temperatures nearing 70 degrees. We'll get right into the timing over the next couple of days. We expect those temperatures out towards Maysville, Vanceburg, maybe Mount Olivet to get into the low 60s this afternoon, the rest of us into the mid 50s. Now, notice how there's some deeper reds in here. I'm not seeing anything too severe with these. That's the good news. But later on into the afternoon, could see some of those hail cores coming on in. Now the gusty showers and storms, they're going to be racing in from the west. You see that happening really early tomorrow morning. We're talking the overnight hours here. So many of us might wake up to gusty winds and a light show as well with temperatures. Notice we fell asleep in spots in the mid 50s, and some of the models suggest that we're going to warm up as the night goes on. Now we're going to see those temperatures kind of steady themselves a bit with more and more rain in this forecast. Notice how the timestamp in the top right there, I got you all the way through Saturday evening, and we had rain that entire time here in the tri-state area. So it's not until late Saturday evening that we're going to see less active rain falling, but even into Saturday and Monday, we're still tracking the long-term effects of these heavy rain in the form of flooding. So that first alert extended forecast, we got 2 more first alert weather days to get to and through, mainly for the flooding, but also the threat of severe weather. Now Sunday, rain does taper off, but temperatures, they're going to take a hit, mid 40s there that afternoon. Look at Monday morning, it's going to be near freezing. Now the afternoon drizzle possible. There's a huge disclaimer on that. Most of the moisture is well north of the area towards Cleveland and Columbus. And here we might just get enough rain to kind of coat the sidewalks. It's not really going to make you want to cancel your plans, I should be saying. But if it delays any further, then we could very well get a couple of light flurries. Not out of the question with a low of 29 degrees. We'd have plenty of dry time next week, but it will come at a little bit of a chilly cost. All right, we've only got a couple people tuning in. Seth tuning in. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. I got to ring in my birthday live on, live on television. in the true meteorologist fashion. So I appreciate it. We are going to give you the latest information as it becomes available. I've been on the air for a ridiculous amount of time, so I'm not going to stay on here any longer than I need to. But if you guys need the latest information on flooding, if you need the latest information on how severe these storms could be, their main concerns, head to our website, head to our app. You can find the latest forecast there very, very easily. We update that as well. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. I hope you have a safe rest of your week and bundle up next week.